Warning, the content in this podcast contains colorful language, spirited conversation, and some good old-fashioned ignorance. So get out of your bag and let's get on with it.
Let's get on with it. Let's get on with it. Let's get on with it. Then it's your boy, and this is the Cranberry Podcast, the podcast about absolutely nothing. So if there's nothing in your cup, bloop, 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 bloop. Fill her up. What's happening?
Bloop, bloop, bloop.
Bloop, bloop. And today, I'm sure you can see it in the video now, we are doing a
Arab Heritage Month celebration.
Go. Yeah, yeah.
Last month was March, so it was Women's History Month.
Yep, so it was.
And then I was like, well, what's for April?
Yeah.
And it was Arab Heritage Month. Now, I had to look up what was celebrated and like who is celebrated or considered part of Arab culture, because I was like, I know it's not just Saudi Arabia.
I mean, yeah, but in a general sense, you're supposed to have like a hijab or something like that slapping. Yes, no?
So I think you're talking more
That's
about
a Muslim country.
Yeah, I think you're talking about more of like the religion as opposed to like the countries. Now,
I'm ignorant, just so we know. Just revert to the tagline.
So, I mean, of course, people of that culture, may wear, hijab or things of that nature. However, not necessarily.
Okay.
So the countries that are associated, there's 22 Arab nations, and so so that's Algeria, Bahrain, the Comoro Islands, Djibouti, Egypt, Iraq, Jordan, Kuwait, Liberia, Morocco, Mauritania, Oman, Palestine,
It's not your face, but Djibouti.
Qatar, Saudi Arabia, Somalia, Sudan, Syria, Tanzania, and the United Arab Emirates. Lebanon, Emirates. Yeah, that's how you pronounce it.
Emirates. Yeah.
And I had to look up how to pronounce some of these, and I think I still mispronounced them.
Oh, good. It happens.
Lebanon and Yemen.
Oh, Yemen. I know
so
Yemen.
Some of these nations, or most of them, are Muslim countries.
Sure.
Are where Muslim is the dominant religion or part of the nation of Islam.
Got you.
However, not all of them necessarily. Okay. So,
sure.
What the challenge that we had this month was that, of course,
you had,
because of a lot of them follow that faith, alcohol was not part of that culture.
Right. And it's Sunday all the time over there,
and it's banned in it was prohibited rather in many of the countries.
Sure.
So when I was looking it up, I was like, oh, there is not a lot of variety that we've got going on here. Right. Like it would have been for other countries. So it was actually kind of cool. But we found this liquor called Arak.
Ciroc? Hold on.
A-R-A-K.
This ain't a P. Diddy podcast, is it?
No.
Ciroc?
And it kind of tastes like, it very strongly tastes like black licorice.
Okay. I got a black licorice.
So when when me and Jay were like exploring this one, the first thing I was like, okay, you got to taste it. Yeah. And as soon as you taste it, you're like,
no, that shit nasty.
Well, it tastes like black licorice. So if you like black licorice, then it tastes great. And if you don't like, most people don't like black licorice though.
Yeah, I hate it.
But I still found it to be fascinating. I do like, trying the different things. I feel like you don't know whether or not you like something if you don't try it. And
you gotta try it first.
To kind of, in our own little way, immerse ourselves in, the different things. I kind of like it.
Oh,
I think it's fun.
You don't mind it?
I don't mind it.
All right, so this is the drink. So tell them what you were actually gonna make prior to this actual drink.
The more traditional way that it is prepared is that you mix the Arak with like water and ice.
Sure.
And so once you mix it with the water, it kind of turns a cloudy color, like a white cloudy color.
Yeah.
And then that's the way that like most of them drink it, or according to the internet.
Just add water.
Just add water to kind of dilute the strong taste. Now, it doesn't dilute it a lot. So when I drink it, like at first I was like, "Whew, this is a lot of power."
Juice, yeah.
But like after a while, I was like, okay, it doesn't bother you as much. Like, but you have to be expecting the taste.
Yeah.
And then I was like, okay, let me look up other cocktails. So the other variation was that with orange juice and grenadine. And to me, that one didn't taste that bad, but I know that one wasn't your favorite combination.
It was not my favorite.
So what we went with, which is just kind of a classic cocktail, probably in any culture, which is like some sort of liquor and Coke. Yeah. So we're drinking Iraq and Coke today.
Well, we did also try the Red Bull because because my theory was if it tastes like black licorice, so does Jägermeister. Right. So I was like, fuck it. Get some Red Bull, pour it in, see what happens. That didn't work out either.
To me, it didn't taste bad, though.
Yeah, I didn't like it.
Like,
this was the winner for me.
Yeah, the one with the water was probably the worst. It was the most strong.
Yeah.
But again, I think it's an acquired taste.
Yeah.
I think you have to know that that's what it is and, like, come to appreciate it.
Yeah, it's like pussy. It's an acquired taste, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? So, like,
Mine tastes great. Actually, I've been complimented on how great it tastes.
Yeah, because I'm curious on how you know how it tastes. Like, are you that fucking flexible, bitch?
No, you got a big ass pussy. I have gotten compliments.
Your pussy big. You can get down there. Shit, I ain't never tasted my dick. I
like to be hospitable, Like, let me make sure I eat plenty of pineapple, and
it's a good step.
And just kind of
That's
get the good vibes going.
It's the only humane thing to do.
Yeah, if you're gonna have company, just make sure you properly prepare.
Get your pineapple on. Get your pineapple on. But anyway, so yeah, this is the cocktail for the day. So what? And I'm just gonna put you on blast. I didn't tell you I was gonna do this, but I'm gonna put you on blast. So Brittany's idea was like, let's make some fucking Afghani. No, did I hit that? Did I miss the mark?
Something to honor Arab Heritage Month.
Okay, so Arab Heritage Month was her idea, so we made the drink, and then Brittany proceeded to say, "Hey, let's do hookah also." And so then I did a little research.
Oh, yeah.
and so then I came up with like, hookah started in fucking India.
It did. But but you have to admit, it is very common in Arab culture to have hookah.
Yeah, well, everybody. So basically in the 16th century, hookah was invented in the northern part of India. Then between the 16th and 17th century, Africa, Persia, they started like really liking fucking hookah.
Yes.
I'm sorry?
No, you're right. Because I was like, I did some research too. Because after you told me I was wrong, I was like, no, it is popular there.
I didn't say it wasn't popular. But you're right.
You did.
I said where
you
it started.
The 17th century. That's the same thing I had.
Yeah. So, motherfucker, we got hookah too in this bitch today. So I'm gonna put this nasty shit down because I don't like it. Okay, I don't like it. I'm drinking it for you guys.
It doesn't taste bad. And if you to me it just tastes like black licorice and Coke.
Yeah, so it's nasty. So black licorice, gross. And then if you just like pour cocoa on top of black licorice, it's just going to be Coke and nasty ass black licorice. So I am having something else in the monogrammed J glass. That glass is monogrammed also, but you won't see it until all that nasty shit's gone. So we're going to get the hookah started up in this
How come your name is the only one? Where's the Britney glasses?
Where's the Britney money? Shit. You know what I'm saying? Them glasses was not cheap, and we don't have sponsors here on the
you didn't even buy
Cranberry
those glasses.
Podcast.
Those glasses were a gift.
Again, somebody paid for them. That was a different type of sponsor, my nigga. I had to put in like some kind of sweat equity.
Ew.
Well, you asked.
I didn't.
I guess
I did not ask.
You know what? You didn't. You didn't. I volunteered that information. I volunteered that fucking information. Okay, so your tip's down there. Just the tip.
Just the tip.
Just the tip.
Now,
buddy.
I will caution everyone because for some reason I am not equipped when it comes to hookah, and nobody else coughs except for me. I'm the only one that does hookah and cannot stop coughing. However, for the vibe, I'm gonna still do it anyway.
We're gonna hookah, baby,
and I do enjoy it, but I always end up coughing.
Well, it's okay because, like, that's not abnormal. People cough during hookah. You know, it is what it is.
Maybe I always go with smokers because the people that I hang out with don't ever seem to have a problem.
Well, if you're going with fucking professionals, you know what I'm talking about? That's like, you know.
So the practice of hookah smoking continued to spread throughout the Middle East in the 19th and 20th centuries, gradually spreading to Syria, Lebanon, Palestine, and Jordan. By the end of the 20th century, hookah had spread to every continent. Immigrants from the Middle East brought the practice to all corners of the globe, sharing their culture with the world. The popularity of hookah is due to its origins in traditional Eastern culture, and for the many, it is a way to experience something exotic. Although I don't know about that. I don't even like the word exotic.
Why you don't like exotic? What's your hang up with the word itself?
Because the idea
of,
well, I mean, I guess technically that anything that's
something exotic.
Technically, anything that is not of your culture is exotic, but it's a subjective word.
Oh, anything that's not from my culture specifically.
Yeah, but
whatever my culture is.
Yeah, whatever your culture is. So, like, you know, because if you, let's just use geographically Southern California.
Sure.
You know, people may find to be like, oh, earthquakes and like whatever, you know, that's just from an exotic, you know, experience of some sort. Gotcha. You know, or the weed shops. Oh, that's exotic, you know. Gotcha. But for us, it's like, okay, well, that's everyday life. If you, but going out there, you know, oh, hookah is exotic. Like that's our everyday get out.
Yeah, I guess so.
You know, I don't know. So. I just don't. I'm not a fan of the idea because I feel like it's. This might be getting a little bit too whatever, but I feel like it's just like from like white dominant culture of like whatever was
foreign. Fuck them white people.
Whatever is foreign to them is just considered exotic.
Just kidding, white people.
You know, or European culture, and which I think is just ridiculous.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with you, but. For me, I think that in a general sense, what I think is that, you know, we have to stop taking things, dissecting them, and figuring out how they're offensive. Now, some things are just generally offensive, and I get that. But the word exotic, I don't think that's a good place to go.
I just don't like this is my own personal feeling.
No, that was my personal.
But yeah, I don't like the concept of calling something exotic. Because it makes it sound like it's just like this, you know, I don't know.
Like it's not right or it's wrong or it's different.
Well, yeah, I guess it is different. Like almost like it's alien. Like it's not. And I think there's been just such a history of dehumanizing people that are not of that dominant culture. That like for some reason, I don't know, it just bothers me. It probably doesn't bother nobody else.
No, because personally, I think the word exotic is a positive word. I look at it in a positive light. If you call something exotic, I look at it as if you're calling it, you know, something better than, if you will. Like that's how I hear it when it comes into my head. Oh, it's exotic.
Like it's special.
Like, it's special. Yeah. That's perfect. That's the perfect fucking word. I look at it like it's special. So, you know, we all look at things differently. So it's just, it's all about how you look at it. And that's the thing about views. We all got one and they're all different and they should be. I don't think that anybody's view is right or wrong. I think it's your view and it is what it is. So it's all good. So anyway, hookah in my ass off. And, just in case you're wondering, this hookah I bought off of, eBay. So, no, did I buy this? Not anybody off eBay. I bought this off of Amazon. The hookah's already getting to, I think it's some weed in this hookah, man. It's some weed in this hookah, man. They got me.
It's nice.
The government did it.
I was like the square look.
Yeah. So so when I first started getting into hookah, it was this young lady. She really loved hookah. And so I was like, oh yeah, fuck it. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, you know, I was really digging on this little young lady. So, I went, bitch, don't roll your eyes. so
fucking dustbuster.
So I went, you cold game, fam. So I went to the hookah spot, you know, and I met this guy. He's a really cool guy, man, owned his own hookah spot. So I went and I just told him to give me all the hookah stuff. So he gave me like the hookah setup. It was a real cool setup. I think I spent like $300-400 in there on all the hookah stuff. Mm-hmm. And I used that hookah for all of a month, and I hated that hookah. So I went online, Amazon, bought this hookah, $60, and got just as busy. And I've had this hookah for about 4 or 5 years.
Yeah, because that one was shaped more of the traditional way with the little.
It was shaped a little more traditional. Yeah. It was up, like it wasn't the standard one, the metal one. It was glass, and it had all the little pieces and shit. And it was elegant. But it was a piece of shit. It was a garbage hookah. And this hookah has.
What did you do with that one? Did somebody take it off your hands or something?
Gave it to the same bitch that made me buy the hookah in the first place.
Trash can pussy.
She broke it like a week later. Yeah, she is trash can. I hope you listen to this, bitch. I still love you. I'm just kidding. I fucking hate you. I'm just kidding. I fucking hate you. Yeah, so I don't care.
That got weird.
It did get weird. It get weird sometime, baby. It get weird sometime here on the Cranberry Podcast, baby. It get weird. It get fucking weird.
You went through a variety of emotions real fast.
That's what we do here on the Cranberry. So anyway, if you want to buy this hookah specifically, I'm not going to tell you who makes it, even though it's right there at the top. And I don't know if the camera can fucking see it. There it is. But if you just fucking go on Amazon, type in Square Hookah, this thing might pop up. It's like $60. It's really good hookah. It does
pop up because I was trying to find the cleaning supplies for a Square hookah, and then this thing popped up.
Yeah, so and it comes with the little fucking light at the thing. So if you turn the lights off and it's a nighttime event and you turn it looks really fucking cool, man. But it's a good hookah. It works really well. It works really well, and I've had it for like 5 years. And if this one ever craps out, I'm just gonna buy the exact same model again. So we got the little black tips, you know what I'm saying? Because,
Black is best.
Always bet on black, baby. So I'm not drinking that nasty shit anymore. Now I'm drinking, this is
rum punch.
This is a rum punch right here.
You're celebrating the Caribbean.
I'm not celebrating anything. I am celebrating the lack of sobriety. That's what I'm celebrating.
I'm with you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no.
And this is delicious, by the way. And I'm also, because I like to drink, I'm an alcohol enthusiast.
Also known as alcoholic.
Call it what you want, baby. Call it what you want, baby. That's
some rebranding for you, isn't it?
Yeah.
I'm an alcohol enthusiast.
I'm an alcohol enthusiast. This is whiskey right here. I believe this is American whiskey. I'm not sure. Because later in the month, I'm going to do a Japanese whiskey. As soon as I can find it. I can't find it right now, but when I find it, I'm going to do it.
What's that one?
I have a Japanese whiskey. It's just not the one that I like. Yeah, there's one that's very famous. It's very popular. So that's the one that I want to get. But right now, I'm drinking an American whiskey. It's really good. Really fucking delicious. And I think I'm drunk already because I think I had I think I pre-gamed this.
You think?
I think so. I'm not shouting or.
You know what? And we don't feature no foods on our pod. No. However, there is a Mediterranean spot that we really like that features a lot of like foods that are popular in the Arab community.
Which one is that?
What is it?
Oh, the olive? Yeah, I do. Is that, what's the name? You know the name of it?
Yes.
What is it? Anyway. Yeah. Hey. And we're back. I do know what you're talking about, and that place is pretty cool. But the last time I went there, I had something that they made that really fucked me up. And I was fucked up for about a good 7 days.
You're the only one fucked up.
Yeah. So it had something to do with my digestive system. So yeah, it kind of fucked me up.
I enjoyed it thoroughly. Both times we had it.
I can't say that I enjoyed it both times, but at least one of those times I really enjoyed it.
Oh yeah, the second time. The
second time it was, I don't know what it was, but something happened, bro.
Yeah.
Something happened, bro. I ate something there and it didn't agree with me, and it took 7 days for it to get out of my body.
It probably was something related to cheese. He's pretty lactose intolerant a good portion of the time.
Well, I mean, we all are. We all.
Well, it impacts you a little bit more than
I believe the number is 70% of the population in a general sense is lactose intolerant.
Yes.
70 fucking %.
And I think black people in particular are impacted greater by it because it's actually a mutation that you are able to process the lactose, and so people usually of other cultures outside of the African community tend to be like more able to process it.
Fucking Africans.
Well, because they're the original people. So anything else that is not like
Africans
a black
are the original
person,
people?
If you're not like a black person, you're a mutation.
I love that. I'm gonna start telling white people that all the time. Fucking mutant. Next time a motherfucker is looking at me funny and tell me I'm not supposed to be in this neighborhood, I'll be like, bitch, you're a mutant. They're gonna be like, boy, you crazy. I'm calling the police.
Oh God.
That's what they're gonna say. You know they're gonna say it.
The first human remains are found in the continent of Africa. So, you know.
Okay.
That's kind of where people started, and they spread out. You know?
Well, spread out then, bitch. Spread out. Everybody move around. All right. So I did want to talk to you about something. I wanted to ask you a question. It's going to be a little controversial, but I think that's why, well, that's what we do here. So I got something controversial to speak about, and I want your input on said situation. Now, you know Diddy is in the news.
Oh, yes.
No Diddy.
All over the place.
No Diddy. So Diddy's in the news for a bunch of bullshit that I don't really want to go into. Mm-hmm. I do want to take a component of the situation he's going through and kind of address it. Not to throw bail, because I believe in 100% that if you do whatever he's done, if what they said he did, he should be under the jail. But I do want to ask a question.
Okay.
Because I think that you have some greater insight on this, and I'm curious. Honestly, I'm curious. Okay, now I know I get on here and I be saying some shit, and motherfuckers probably be at home like throwing shit, like, nigga, you sound stupid right now, you know, about the dating world and whatnot and X, Y, and Z. Yeah, I be saying some wild shit. But it is what it is. Somebody has that view. So, sex trafficking. Okay. Now, if you are a fully grown adult, okay, you're a fully grown adult in the eyes of the law, you're an adult across the map. Now, if you willingly, okay, because you're not being held captive at any point, you can leave at any time, and at some point you are asked, requested, what's the word that I want to use here? I'm sorry if you guys hear the fan too. It's just hot in this bitch because of the thing. I had to keep the fan going. If you are propositioned to have sex with someone else by your partner, and then that same partner takes you across, let's say from LA to Las Vegas, and ask you to do it with someone else, that is 100% called sex trafficking. Okay? That is the definition. Crossing the state line. Can you then, after agreeing, say or cry victim?
Don't like the word cry, but I will say every answer always is it depends, because I feel like, you know, does that person have a level of influence on that person? You know, like, is there like a power differential? Is there something that would motivate that person to comply other than just sheer will? Like, if they just want to do it and that's just what they, you know, they wanted to do not for fear of anything in particular.
Sure.
Then, you know, I don't know. I don't think so. But if they feel like they don't have any other choice, or something bad is going to happen as a result, or like whether it's, you know, physical abuse, harm to their child, you know, like those kind of coercive things, then no, like that, then that definitely is sex trafficking. You know, like it depends on the situation, 100%.
Fair enough. Now, again, I say, because the part that I'm having a hard time with is the part where you can leave anytime you want to. Nobody's holding you hostage. Now, like you just addressed, there may be a fear of getting your ass whooped if you don't do it. Okay, you get your ass whooped, but you still can't leave.
Yeah.
Is it? Are you a victim or are you a volunteer at that point?
I think you are. No, I don't think you're. If there's any threat to you or anybody that you love as a result of you saying yes or no, then to me, and I don't. Yeah, it would be, if you're gonna call the term victim, then it's a victim category. Okay. If it's just free will, you just want to, and you're free to do it, and there's no harmful consequence, then no, you can't call it sex trafficking. But in my opinion, but if there is, then 100%, because people will do a lot to protect themselves and those that they love. There's plenty of people who have been coerced into situations. And I don't think that that should be taken lightly. I've never been threatened with my life or my livelihood or anything, or my ability to survive. So I don't know what I would or would not do. But I think that's a fucked up situation to put anybody in.
Fair enough, and I agree with that 110%. Well, I agree with that 75%, because 25% of me says that if you are allowed to leave, even if you leave with an ass whooping, you're still allowed to leave. I guess I'm trying to be more specific, because I don't know what the fuck happened with P. Diddy. From my understanding, any of these women were allowed to just vamoose, but decided not to.
But DC, that would be my question.
Okay.
Because the human nature is to protect yourself.
Sure.
Is to avoid things that are physically or emotionally unsafe. So if somebody is deciding to do something that is contrary to human nature, it only begs the question of why. Now, it may be because they're seeking, fame and fortune for themselves.
Sure.
But it also could be, but I think it begs to ask some additional questions. I don't think it should just be taken at face value of oh, well, they could have left, so that's on them. I think that's overlooking a lot of shit, to me, personally. I think it deserves a deeper dive.
I don't doubt that. I agree with that shit, but I'm still in the dark, because it's so vague, your answer, that it's okay, well, okay, but if they can leave, do you not leave? Just because, I'm gonna whoop your ass if you don't do it. Oh, well, I guess I better do it. I'll just take the ass whooping. Can I still leave? Can I leave with the ass whooping?
But you may have a different personality type. Again, if you coerce someone, I still put that under the umbrella of abuse. That's just my opinion.
It's abuse. I'm not saying it's not abuse. That's not what we're speaking to.
So then if it's abuse, then that person is categorized as a victim. Either way. Even if you're able to leave, but you have to take an ass whooping first, or if there's a threat to your life, or there's a threat to your family's life, that, you're pretty much no, I don't think that it should be oh, well, they should have just left. That's easy to say when you're not in that position, or you're not in that circumstance.
Sure.
You're not, I think, and I would say for myself, I know I sit in a position of privilege.
Yeah.
I know that if I was in a situation and I did get out, there's so many resources for me, and I feel confident that I would be able to be okay.
Okay.
Whereas another person who doesn't feel empowered, who's maybe previously been victimized, I don't know what person's trauma and history is.
Got you.
You may not feel that way. It may feel like your only choice, your only chance at some reasonable survival.
Yeah.
So I'm not gonna place judgment on somebody's decision, because I think every situation is different, and I think people make decisions differently based on their perception of their quality of life.
Got you. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So let me further my question. Let me move the goalpost a little bit on the question. If I say, hey, you know what? Go fuck him. If you don't, I'm gonna whoop your ass. At that point, it's fight or flight, right? Mm-hmm. However, if you go and do it, you are now a victim. If you say, nah, I ain't doing that shit, and you get your ass whooped, you're still a victim.
Right.
You're still being abused. If you then, whether you did it or not, go on to entertain the company of the person who gave you those two options, are you now a victim or are you a volunteer? Are you just still a victim?
I don't think at no point are you a volunteer. Again, I think trying to make something that is so complex as trauma, as black and white,
sure, I
think is personally as a therapist, I think that's just a poor like an assessment of what's going on. I think we speak in generals? But in generals, I'm not. I think, if you want to, yes, but I think there is so much complexity that is involved there that it is really a disservice to anybody who's been part of that community to say like, oh, well, they should to pass a judgment. I don't think that that's fair. And I will die on that hill of like that. That is such a complex situation mentally to say, oh, you're in this category or that. I don't think that that's right, personally.
Okay, so yeah, I would prefer that instead of like attacking me personally.
I'm not.
I feel personally attacked.
I'm not attacking you.
I feel.
Let
me
be further clear. I'm not attacking you.
Security.
I think that
I feel personally attacked.
But there's most people.
Yeah.
Who are not in mental health.
Sure.
Think exactly that. And many people's families that they have to go back to, but I think why it's really hard, because especially people who've been like, let's say something that people are exposed to, like DV. Okay. A lot of the time people are like, well, you could have just left.
Sure.
And a lot of the times, like from the outside looking in, you could have just left. But there's so much psychological damage that happens that makes people not leave.
Yeah.
Or that leads them to that decision that like, it's not necessarily fair to say to them, because you don't understand what that feels like for that person and that period of time of their life. So like it's hard to make that judgment, but I think that most people do. Most people think exactly how you're saying it. Yeah. Most people feel that way. So I don't think that that's wrong, but I did want to just kind of publicly take a stance of there's a lot more complexity of trauma that goes into it that I think people should really read and look into.
Sure.
So that they can really see the full scope of it.
Got you. Yeah, because I'm just curious. I don't feel it one way or the other, because I've never been in that position. So it's hard I'm just not the guy to ask, because at the core of, my whatever, I would just say, yeah, like, why didn't you just fucking leave? But I don't necessarily feel like that strongly about it to say it to somebody who's going through it. To basically villainize the victim. I wouldn't do that. But I am curious.
Yeah. They did this study, many years ago. If you've ever taken like a Psych 101 class, you've probably heard about the study that they did with dogs to like classically condition them. And so what they did was that they put them in put them in an area, and every time they crossed a certain line, they would they would shock them or do something that's very unpleasant. Yeah. And so then even when they took that shock portion off, and they could have just left, they didn't because of the psychological issue that's there. So that's why I say it's hard for people to understand that, like, you're not technically in a cage, and yes, technically you could leave, but the damage that's done is going to prevent you because of that fear of your previous experience of whatever that happened.
With that said, the whole P. Diddy situation, very troubling.
Definitely very troubling.
Very troubling.
It made me kind of look at things like, oh my gosh, how many awful things are kind of going on out there? Like, it's just every year or two, something else comes out about a person who's in a position of power just doing some really foul things.
Well, this is the part that I don't understand. This is the part that I just don't get. These people are... P. Diddy got caught. Mm-hmm. Busted. Yo, if you're doing it, stop now. Stop now.
Well, I think if you were a logical person, that you wouldn't be doing it in the first place. You know?
Yeah, I guess that's true.
So everybody thinks that they're going to, just like every criminal, you know, that's like, everybody gets too greedy. That's how they all get caught, right?
Well, that is how they all get caught.
You should have stopped, and you didn't stop. You know, so
yeah,
it kind of
like
is
one
what it is.
more.
Right. Yeah. For whatever gratification people are getting out of certain things. But, you know, I mean, if you're a sick person, you're a sick person. Just like that Quiet on the Set documentary that I really want to watch.
Yeah, I haven't seen it yet. Me
either. But, like, I've been hearing all kind of stuff about it, and I'm like, you know, like, you got to do things to kids, you got to be a real, like, sick person.
Well, I think we should just, in a general sense, on this pod, I think in a general sense, we should just stay away from SA in a general sense.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, because Jay's views are just really weird. But and not to say one thing or the other. I don't like anybody playing with kids. See, everybody's like, wait a minute, hold up, nigga. Everybody fucking tuned in. Wait a minute, what this nigga saying? What he finna say?
Sometimes, but
that little boy got a nice ass. No, that's not what I was saying.
Sometimes you should just agree with me. Just trust that I'll probably lead us in the right direction.
Man, I do. I agree with you. That's exactly why, you know, I agree. Listen, man. Hey, listen. It's the truth. You're right. You're 100% right. And in a general sense, I say it's wrong.
You know what? Okay, so you know how we've been looking at the whole Grand Prix thing, and we're wanting to go to that.
Yeah.
So I've been like looking, because there's gonna be one like in the Long Beach area.
Is there?
Yes.
It's already that time.
It's already that time.
Okay.
And like I'm not into car racing. Are they cars?
They are cars and they are racing. So I'm gonna say you're correct.
Because is it the little go-kart looking things?
Yeah. They're not that small, but yeah.
Like
a little bigger.
Like little Hot Wheels. I want to go because I feel
it's like one of them is the size of this room.
Okay, I want to go because you know how I like a good vibe. You know, so when we go to the racetrack,
I know you like a good vibe, baby.
When we go to the racetrack, it's a vibe, right? The hat,
it's a vibe, yeah.
You know, and depending on what like section of the racetrack you're in,
sure,
completely different vibes. You know.
Fair enough.
So I was like, I'm sure if we went to the Grand Prix, we would be able to have all the different vibes, and I just feel like it would be a really good time. So like, I don't know. I don't normally like. Well, I guess I do. I like races in a general sense.
Horse racing.
Well, I love horse racing.
I won $100, isn't it?
But I think I will also like car racing for the same reasons.
I used to follow NASCAR.
Did you?
Yeah. Used to go over there and follow NASCAR. I was over there.
Well, you were doing merchandise, right?
I don't think we can put that on the pod, bub.
Oh.
Holy shit. Are we going to have to scrap this entire pod? This is crazy. I think we're wasting time. I think we should start over. You can't fucking say that. Oh. You can't fucking say that.
Okay. So, all right. Reset. So, okay. So you used to like follow NASCAR.
I used to follow NASCAR. I used to go over there and I watched fucking races. And You know what? But anyway, when you're there, and I was in the infield at one of these races. I guess when I was that young, because I was only like 18, 19.
Oh, you were really young.
I was really young. I was a little young bug boy. I was skinny. Can you believe at one point I was skinny?
I can't. And at this time,
I can't.
I was.
Ouch. Ouch. Okay.
Only because I've never seen
Hell no. You? Nah.
No. I've just never seen you like you've always been kind of buff. You know, I've never seen you super slim.
Listen, don't lie to me, to my face. Like, my face is right here, bro. I was there when you called me fat. Okay, I was there. I was sitting right there.
I didn't call you fat. I didn't call you fat.
You did. Yes, you did.
I don't recall that.
Yeah. Please tell me what made me go to the gym every single day for 9 months. Didn't miss a day. Tell me what motivated that.
I think you took
No. Before you meander. No, that's not what happened.
I didn't say the word fat though.
Big. Same thing.
You're a little round in the middle. That was all.
If I've always been buff to you. Yeah. Go ahead and laugh. If I've always been buff to you, why, when we went to a pool hall and they were like, you was with that buff guy, you was like, which one? Who? And you didn't know who the fuck they was you didn't know who they was talking about.
No, I said that wasn't me.
Yeah. Buff guy?
Oh, no, I wasn't me.
I wasn't with a buff guy. I was right outside, getting my stick out the car, sloshing in. Like, yeah, no, that guy right there. It's him. He's buff. You was like, him? Nah. Yeah, so I was not always buff to you.
That is exactly what happened.
I wasn't funny. I know that's what happened. I was always buff.
Oh, man. Buff. I learned you were buff later, but that was really funny, though.
Yeah, that was pretty funny.
Like, yeah, him. Yeah. Oh, I guess it was.
I'm buff, man. Sometimes if the light hit me right, I'm buff. If the light hit me just correctly, I'm buff, man. I'm the Rock.
Well, look, if anybody, obviously, I'm chunky monkey over here myself. So it is what it is. But
can anybody believe at one point she was skinny?
Wow.
That's how it felt. That's how it fucking felt. It felt just like that. The way you feel right now?
Yes.
That's how I feel.
It's not good.
No, it doesn't feel good at all, man. I'm really hurt. I ain't gonna lie. I'm really hurt. I'm super hurt. I can't believe you said that to me.
It does hurt my feelings.
I can't believe you said that to me on camera. Like, I can see if you said that shit when the lights and the cameras and shit is off and we ain't doing hookah, drinking nasty-ass drinks. But, no, you said that in front of everybody. And a lot of people listen to this podcast. At least 5.
You're silly. But yeah, no. Well, we all, form shift a little bit. Yeah.
Shapeshift?
There you go. Shapeshift.
Yeah, I'm a shapeshifter, man. I'm a shapeshifter. But I looked at myself today in the mirror. I didn't like none of that shit I was looking at. I was like, this is if I was looking at me and preparing to fuck me, I would call in a bomb threat.
Wow.
On the building that I was in. I would. I look gross, bro.
I wouldn't
gross.
put you in the category of gross.
Gross. I look gross. Oh, look at the kicks these week. New kicks. These are Levi's.
New kicks.
Yeah, these are the new kicks. It takes a lot of energy to get my foot that high.
Hey, you know what? What did we do yesterday? You was having a blast yesterday, though.
I was?
You were.
What was I doing?
You were just running around talking about all kind of stuff yesterday.
Where were we?
We went to Universal.
No, we didn't. Yes, we did.
Yes, we did. It was fun, though. I made him get on the little minion ride and all kind of stuff.
We got on? Oh, we did get on that. We did get on that. Yeah, we got.
Because I had recently.
My daughter made me get on that too, though.
It's a good ride.
Not bad. And the we didn't get on the dogs.
What dog? Oh, the Secret Life of Pets?
Yeah, we didn't get on that. Have you been on that?
Yeah, we went on together. Not that time, but on a different time.
Oh, I took my daughter on that, and she loved it. That's her shit.
Secret Life of Pets?
Yeah, she loved that shit. She loved that shit. Oh,
I know, man, she always sounds so much younger than she is.
Yeah.
Like, when you talk about her, it sounds like she's 7.
Yeah.
She's in high school.
Yeah. 4.0, baby. I'm churning out 4.0s.
Who's proud?
I'm churning out 4.0s over here, baby. Yeah. Yeah. Didn't get it from daddy. You didn't get that intelligence from your father.
You smart. You are smart. I was trying to do math earlier, and my math wasn't mathing, but you came up with it quick.
I'm good at math. That's it. I'm just good at math, and it got to be like 2 plus 2. Oh, I got that already. You know what I'm saying? 2 plus 2. You got 2 plus 2. I got you. If you start doing fucking algebra on a nigga, yeah, it's gonna take some brain power, bro.
I feel you.
I might get weak and gotta sit down.
Yeah, see, I'm not good at anything. I'm not good at English or
Oh, I'm real good at English, as y'all can tell, just by my vernacular and my See, can't even think of the word that I'm trying to use. But I'm really good at English, man. I've always been good at English.
Yeah.
I don't know why. I just always have been good at English. Like, I speak it every day, so I should probably be good at it.
Oh, yeah, that's good. Good sign.
Yeah.
It is a really good sign.
Yeah. Anytime like in high school, I would always get like no less than a BB plus in English class. When I started to apply to colleges and shit like that, what is that called? That pre-something exam they make you take?
The pre-SAT?
No, it's an exam. Well, see, you just like took SATs. I wasn't into that. But like when you go to a college, they make you take an exam. You know,
like the placement exam?
It's kind of like a placement exam. And I always score high on those. Always, between 88 and 97% every time. I never score less than those numbers. I've never scored less than 88% on an English, whatever the fuck that exam is called. I know y'all out there like, oh, nigga, you don't know the exam. I don't know the fucking exam. But I know it's the exam that you take before they tell you what class you're going to be taking. So, and then I've always done good in those classes, whatever those classes may be. So I'm good at English. But it's a lot of other shit that I'm not good at. Like, you know.
History?
No, I love history too.
Well, you're good at everything.
I'm not.
Math, English,
no.
History, science.
Because currently I am a lifesaver. That's what they call us. I'm a respiratory therapist. Yeah, I'm a lifesaver, bro. I be saving lives and shit.
I'm a lifesaver.
I'm a lifesaver. So I be saving lives and shit. And I wasn't really good at it when I first started. Like the worst, bro.
I don't think the worst.
Oh, when I say the worst, I'm talking about the worst. I was the worst. Like, and you know what the fucked up part about my job is?
What's that?
The senior respiratory therapists. Oh, those motherfuckers are mean.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Them motherfuckers are mean. They will fucking just treat you like shit when you're new. When you're in school, they are dicks. You know, it's like I don't know, whatever that. It's like a cult almost, where it's like, you know, we're gonna treat you like fucking shit. You know what I'm saying? Until you figure out how to do this fucking job, and it's like, bro, I just got out of school, which was hard for me because as a phlebotomist, I was good immediately.
Yeah.
You know, but as a phlebotomist, it's more mechanical. You know, it's more mechanical. You just draw the blood. That's all you're doing is just like actually collecting the blood. Now, all that other stuff, you know, like what to put in what and everything, that's super simple. Everything is color coded and everything, you know, but this job is more brain power.
Yeah, you really got to assess the situation.
You have to have really good assessment skills. Like it's more brain power than the average person is supposed to have. So, yeah, it was rough, man. It was rough getting started. But here we are. Who gives a fuck? I don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? As long as your niggas pay me. As long as that fucking check clear.
Yeah.
Yep.
I know.
As long as that motherfucking check clear, man. Anything else is on your heart today?
No, nothing else is on my heart, man. I like that we tried something new today.
Yeah.
You know, but we're gonna transition next week to whatever fills our spirit. Ha! Pun intended.
I just got. See how slow I am? You see how long it took me? You see how long it took me? It took me a minute to hit that one. Yeah.
But yeah, this has been a good pod. I always enjoy controversial topics and different perspectives.
I do too.
You know?
I do too. And that's why I try to bring them to the pod. Even if I have like a distorted idea of what I think a situation is, it's not to say, you know, hey, like this is how I feel and I'm staunch on it. For me, it's a learning experience.
Exactly.
It's because somebody out there is just as dumb as I am with the same dumbass idea.
Exactly.
The difference is that they are acting on the dumb shit that they think. Me, I much rather like be educated. Educate me.
I think that's good because like I said earlier, a lot of people think that way. And like it makes sense that people think that way, because it's like, yeah, like, of course, you know, and not everybody is trained on like what the complexities of that could be. So I'm actually glad that you really brought that up, because I think most people have a hard time conceptualizing it, or don't even know that there's more to the story. So the fact that you were brave, because not everybody is brave enough to ask the questions, because nobody wants to offend anybody. Nobody wants to be the person that says the wrong thing. Okay. But I think that you being brave enough to even bring that to the forefront, even if, you know, it may be considered taboo or, you know, unpopular, I'm glad that you do, because then it creates a space for us to have those conversations and maybe to provide a little education for people.
Yeah, and that's exactly how I feel about it, is because, you know, like, I'm at no point am I trying to be offensive, but if I cannot ask the question, then how can I be educated? Exactly. You know, a teacher always, one of my teachers always told me there is no such thing as a dumb question. You know, you ask the question because you're asking. I am asking. I am begging to be educated. I want to be educated on the subject. Right. And that's why what I was doing was asking, and that's why I was trying to tell you, like, bro, don't attack me. You know what I'm saying? Like, you attacking me and my personality, my character. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't attack that. What? Just please just answer the question as if, you know, I'm asking it. And, and, you know, and don't kill me for, you know, whatever stance I take, because you know, it just is what that is. So
no, I think you did a beautiful job. I'm really looking forward to the next pod, and what interesting, crazy things that we're going to talk about the next time.
Well, what do you think we should talk about the next time?
Well, I think we should bring it up during the next podcast.
I don't think so. I think we should bring it up now and give a little teaser to the fans.
I don't have the idea yet, but
tell me one thing though. Before we go. Okay. Before we go, I do have a question.
All right.
How's dating life going for you?
I'm still taking a break.
Are you taking a break on dating?
There's one person that I'm interested in that I'm trying to pursue. Yeah. But like being out there like I was hot girl summer style, like, no, I'm not talking to anybody. I'm only talking to one person.
What about hot girl spring?
Nope.
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 Winter?
Nope.
No.
No, I'm
chilling out.
Yeah. But what about for you?
Personally, me, I'm chilling out. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm chilling out. You dig me? Like, whatever I do is whatever I do. To be perfectly honest, when it comes to dating and my actual personal life, like, I'll get on here and say whatever the fuck I'm gonna say.
Yeah.
Because this is an entertainment podcast.
I thought you told me about there was somebody that was kind of like special to you.
I might have. But again, that's on some personal shit.
Okay.
So on the pod, I'm single as a Pringle. God damn it. Once you pop, you just can't stop. I know that's two different chips. But yeah, no. The way that I feel about it is that, like, yo, straight up, my personal life is my personal life, and I'm not gonna talk about my personal life here on this fucking podcast.
But you're gonna ask me about mine.
Yeah. And you can have the same stance. Don't mean that I can't ask. You asked, and the answer I gave you is the fucking answer I gave you. So I might come in here and be like, yeah, I'm in love with this one chick. Yeah, I'm saying she blow a nigga socks off, you know. Or I might come in here the very next day and be like, no, I'm single as fuck. Like, and then the day after that, yeah, I'm getting married tomorrow. Yeah. Like, it's all just entertainment for me.
Right.
You feel me? Like, to me, this podcast is all about just trying to entertain, you know, regardless, and educate. So, you know, that's why we do the drinks, because we are educating and we giving you something. Like, man, you might be at the crib like, yo, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm tired of making these fucking hot toddies and margaritas, you know what I'm saying, and Crown and Red Bulls and shit. Like, yo, I want to open my horizon. And then we bring some fucking nasty ass. Let me grab it for you. Let me grab that shit for you. Look how watered down this nasty ass shit is, because I'm not drinking this. This shit nasty.
Yeah.
This shit nasty to me. So yeah, if you want to make some nasty shit, then we got some nasty shit for you right here. You know, but at no point am I gonna, like, not try whatever the drink is. You know, I will try whatever the drink is, but I don't think that I'm forced to have to like it.
Right. right.
You did.
So we'll think of something by the time we meet next time. I don't have nothing at the moment that I have an idea for, but we'll definitely think of something by the next time. It has been a motherfucking pleasure.
It has been. It's always a fucking pleasure, man. It's always a pleasure. And whatever I bring next week, I hope it's nasty. I hope it's nasty to you and delicious to me.
Perfect.
That way, you know, you can tell me how fucked up I am in the mind, and like, nigga, I can't believe you brought this nasty ass fucking placenta fucking cocktail to the pod. I'll fucking blend up a placenta, add some vodka to it.
Beautiful.
That's not beautiful. See, you done checked out. We done already, you know what I'm saying? You done fucking checked out and some old shit.
Well, I gotta use the bathroom if you really need to know. I gotta pee.
Well, so you should have gave me the sign. You should have gave me the sign. There's a sign we have for something like that. You can't just fucking check out at the end of the pod. Like, you know, I'm just going to check out until it's over and keep trying to promote the end of it. Everybody saw that. Y'all saw that. She just kept, I'm like in deep thought and shit. Well, then next time, like, my nigga, I'm still in deep thought. I'm in deep thought over here. I still want a pod. You know, it's fucked up, man. It's fucked up, man. I'm tired of this shit. This is the last pod forever. We ain't doing it no more. It's no. I'm gonna take her name off. It's just gonna be the J podcast, and I'm gonna do a drink every week, and I'm gonna be solid the entire time the pod is on. Even if I gotta piss, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna fucking. This is bullshit. This is bullshit. This is bullshit. All right, buddy. I guess let's get out of here because you got to piss and we have to end the pod because of your bladder. So, all
right, man.
All right, man. Let's get the fuck out of here. Peace, man. Y'all take it easy, man.